Welcome back. Fuck. Gotta get up for this. Welcome back. Welcome back. I love you. Thank you for being here. The volume's a little bit off. It's a little bit off. Is that better? I don't fucking know. I can only take so much sickness at each sitting doing this. And if you see, I don't even know if you saw, there was a little bit of spit bubble that came out of my mouth. If you can see or hear some flies, it's suiting. We are going to get into some. Fuck, it's hard for me. I came across an article and we're going to look into vaccines for COVID-19. How does that happen? How does a vaccine come into being? Ask yourself that question right now. What's the first thing that pops into your mind? Let's see if you're correct later on. It's really simple. It's super easy. Volume sounds a little strange. It's working though. Whatever. Producing. So I'm gonna get you. You're gonna get another song, and this is a jingle. It's not a song as far as art, but it's a jingle. I still have it in my head, and I've emptied out almost all of the contents of all of this horrible human existence that I inherited. I almost have achieved extraction of the human brain. I'm almost there, but somehow this jingle still had it was still in the little crevice of the brain. This jingle. Let me give it to you right now. Let's see if I can give it to you, baby. What, you want some, baby? I'll give you some. Little teeny bit. If it buffers. Some of you, the one person out there, you might remember this, depending how old you are. It's called "I Wish I Were an Oscar Mayer Wiener." Yeah, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. And it was just this commercial. It was back, I don't know, we'll see, 1965. Little kids holding signs. Fucking, yeah. If I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Yeah. It's a cartoon. If I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Yes, it is annoying. But that jingle is powerful. Powerful. I mean, think about it. Feel it out. Go into it all the way. It showed a pack of hot dogs at the very end. An Oscar Mayer Wiener pack of hot dogs. How many of you eat hot dogs out there? Hey, get the fuck out of here, man. All right, wait, they're showing at the very end of the commercial, they're showing an Oscar Mayer Wiener packet, and they're showing you how you can cook it on the grill and put it into a bun. You want some? Huh, boys and girls? You want some wieners? Wieners. Oscar Mayer wieners. Hot dogs. How many of you out there eat hot dogs? Probably not a good idea. 1965 was remembered for a lot of things. For instance, the Voting Rights Act. Okay, that's interesting. The space race. You know about the space race. We can go to space and we can race to space, but we cannot understand our own emotions and understand how or why we are a crazy animal. But we can go run to space and have a race. Oh, I won. The Americans won, by the way. We're better than you. What else happened that year in 1965? The Cold War. Hot or cold war? I don't know what I'd like to take cold showers. If I was going to war, I don't know if I'd want to be cold doing it. That's stupid. But maybe it was in Russia. Was the space race was with Russians? Was the Cold War with Russians? I don't know. I'm an ignorant imbecile. And then we have the Beatles touring. Yeah, the Beatles touring. Touring. Fucking don't like words. The Beatles touring. Insects touring? Alright. I do know who the Beatles are. They were stupid as fuck until they took some drugs. Can you please take some drugs out there? Huge quantities of drugs. Good drugs. Are there good drugs? Yes, there are good drugs. Take too much marijuana. Ingest that. Take too much marijuana. Let your liver, is it the liver that has to process that? Do some edibles too much. Have a panic attack, please. Or do too much acid or too many mushrooms or ayahuasca or DMT or whatever it is. Take too much of all of that so that you can lose your shit. By the way, I'm tired. You know that I'm tired. I woke up today and I was, guess what? Yes, depressed, dejected. I didn't want to exist, practically. It's hard being human. Oh, welcome back to being inside of a human body, everybody. Welcome back. Of course. What? What? Yeah, of course we're inside human bodies. What are you saying, man? Hey, I'm saying that we know we're in human bodies, but I will continue to remind all of you that really look into it. Look into the ingredients of a hot dog, huh? What if they made a hot dog out of us? Let's finish the song. All right, so there was the Beatles were touring in 1965. War in Vietnam. Wonderful to be a human during war. I wish war... Is war happening right now? I hope it is. It has to be happening right now, right? War has to be occurring right now. Because that's what we do, us humans, right? Love war. And the compilation... compilation. It's the completion of St. Louis Arch. I don't know what that is. I don't want to go to St. Louis. But for history's sake, 1965 will be forever remembered as the year that everyone across the United States, the divided states, was singing this little dirty, ditty about wieners. Let me say that again. 1965 will be forever remembered as the year that everyone across the divided states was singing this little dirty ditty about wieners. Now, I've realized a lot doing this with you, doing this work with you. I've realized so much. And I'm beginning to understand, and perhaps that's why I woke up dejected, depressed, and I didn't want to get out of bed, but I did, and I did some exercises, and I did some road work, because I gotta be in this body. I gotta work through all of this, because otherwise I would just implode. And my consciousness would consume me, and I would not be able to see or act or work in this way. And I realized, as I was doing road work, working on the road, the dirt road outside my home, working on the road, I was going, wait a minute, I think that my purpose, I found my purpose. I feel like I found my purpose with all of you, and that is to be a bummer. I want to be the biggest bummer that ever came across your existence. I want to depress you with all that you should be looking into. It's interesting because our entertainment is for sure depressing, right? Death, 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 revenge, murder, revenge, murder. Oh, let's laugh a little bit. Revenge, death. There's a friend of mine who watches SVU. I used to call it SUV, and then she told me it wasn't a vehicle. And she said that there were like 500 or something episodes, and there was this guy named Ice-T on there that used to be a gangster rapper. And Ice-T ended up doing a commercial on lemonade. Go figure. Go look that up. All right. I'm Ice-T, motherfuckers. And now I'm on SVU, Special Victims Unit. Murder, 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 murder. Rape, 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 rape. Sex, 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 sex. Violation, violation, violation. Let's make a show about it. It'll be a hit. It's a hit. She said that they're gonna create another like 5 seasons, and she told me it was on for like 20 years. Hey, Ice-T, change your name. Why are you called a drink, man? And you turn into a cop. That's cool, brother. But why? That's our entertainment? It's acceptable. Too much is acceptable. So I am going to provide all of you with being a bummer. Life does not care about your feelings. Your life is insignificant. Why do you think I called this stupid podcast You Are Not Important? Because you're not important. Your little lives are not important. But what do we do with our little lives? I'm a little upset right now. I'm dejected. I'm depressed. I am in a lot of pain. Well, we want a vaccine, do we not? And we will go into that. And that will be it, and that will be all. Welcome back. I love you. Let me see if this is recording. I got 2 different things going on right now. And then I will sing that song with, we'll all sing along, all right? We will, all of us, together now, because we love each other. We're going to sing the dirty jingle. All right? And this, I will say it again. For history's sake, 1965 will be forever remembered as the year that everyone across the divided states was singing this dirty jingle about wieners. And you wonder why we are insane. I'm going to no, I can't prove anything. But I'm going to continue to discuss the human hell we're in, the chaos that we are in, how narcissistic we are, how we are definitely retarded. We are not intelligent. I'm gonna continue to drive that home to you, baby. The exact words of the jingle have changed here and there. In this particular commercial, you can sing along as follows. Well, let's sing along as follows, shall we? Oh, I would love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everybody would be in love with me. You can't do that. Oh, I'm glad I'm not an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd never want to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, there would soon be nothing left of me. See, another variation of this. You can't do that. Another variation is, sing along with me, boys and girls. Beautiful beings of earth out there, sing along with me. Get your voice ready. You gotta drink like the president. I think he does with both hands. But I have a hand, man, and my hand is strong. It's not some little teeny flimsy rice paper hand. It's a muscly manny hand, okay? Another variation is, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. Do you see? Can you listen to how retarded this is? How crazy this is? We are in a madhouse and we are acting mad, and this jingle is still in my consciousness, and I am really good at extracting all that the human brain contains. All of this madness. Can you see the madness? That is what I'd truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everybody would love with me. You can't do that. Oh, I'm glad I'm not an Oscar Mayer wiener. You see the craziness of this? That is what I would never want to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everybody would take a bite of me. Oh, I don't want to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. I don't want to. See what we put into our consciousness? I didn't even have a choice. That was 1965. I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 1973. And yet still somehow that filthy jingle, that dirty jingle got into my consciousness. And I got to extract that. Do you think it's really easy to extract a jingle out of your fucking head? I got a hanger that you would use. It was an abortion hanger, and I had to shove it into my ear hole to get that fucking jingle out of my fucking skull. I spit. You're welcome. This isn't easy to do. To splay out all of this retardation that we are, the human being. Oh, you're being too hard on humans. No, I'm not. No. We are narcissistic, deranged beings. Crazy, 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 violent beings. And I do love you. I really mean that when I say it. I love you. Thank you for being here. Welcome back. I mean it, but how much sickness can you take at a sitting? Every time I sit down, every time I wake up, I see the beauty. I do balance myself with all of this beauty, this life, but I'm inside of all of this with you. And I want to get out. I want to be free. I want to actually love you. But how can I love you if you're separate from me? And how can I love you when you're fighting about things like, you know? How dare you? How dare you? How dare I? I didn't make all of this craziness up. Now, am I a little bit intense? Of course I'm intense. This is all intense. This is why we are here, to do the work. To get all of those filthy, dirty, God-fucking jingles out of our head, out of our skulls. So that we don't live in that nonsensical reality anymore. That is what has been fed to us. We have inherited all of that. Well, speaking of Oscar Mayer wiener, how about my bologna has a first name? Do you remember that one? My bologna, which is Bologna, my Bologna has a first name. It's a classic jingle. Let's check that out. And then we'll move on to the serious meat of the matter that I'm not looking forward to. And I actually want to take myself out right now because it's beyond my... I can't understand it. We'll get to it. Imagine being this kid, huh? My Bologna, that's Bologna, has a first name. Classic Oscar Mayer commercial. This is satisfactory. They can do this to us. It's all around us. Do you see the brainwash? That, I'm serious. Do you see the brainwash that we inherit all around us? And it is okay to consume that with your consciousness. Put down your phone. Use your technology. Only use it to learn. You can learn here. But use it to learn or create. But how addicted are you to your phone? Who's in charge of you? What's going on with your consciousness? Before you point your finger at somebody else and go, damn you to hell! Damn you to hell, young man! Damn you to hell! You said the wrong things! You sounded like you were retarded! Hey, before you do all of that, please understand that the body is in control of you. The point of view you have, where does that come from? Where does your information come from? What comprises your consciousness? Where did it all come from? For yourself, look into it. Without reference, just go within yourself, without meditation, without steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, without any type of steps. No one can tell you how to do it. Just shut the fuck up, go within yourself, and find all this out. Listen to all the chatter. What is your body telling you to do? Are you doing it? Yes, of course you are. All right, let's get this jingle. My Bologna has a first name. You know this one. It's famous. You want this in your consciousness? You want this in your consciousness. 4-year-old Andy Lambros breaks the... There's kids playing. He's got a little fishing pole and he's holding a fucking sandwich. And he's like singing a song. Somebody put him on that dock of the bay and said, hey kid, here you go. Have this sandwich that has some horrible... We'll get into what the Bologna is made of. But some motherfucker... He had to... How's that? Well, kid, I hope you're dead. Because you're not doing well. Your parents exploited you. They made money off you making that commercial, that Bologna commercial. Sitting there acting like you're fishing. You don't know how to fish, kid. And then on the other hand, you have a Bologna sandwich. Who's gonna... That's filthy. And then, hey, have the whole world see you projected on a TV screen and you just take that into your fucking eyes and your brain and you're doing just fine. Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, I suppose. Oscar fucking Mayer. I'm pretty good with the work I've done. All right. But I still have a little bit left to go. I don't think I can extract all of this. Do you realize how much all of this that we take in? And that's our realities, huh? Our realities are coming from all of this. Commercials and this so-called civilization. I'm gonna cry, man. All right, so 4-year-old Andy Lambros breaks the Bologna down Oscar Mayer style in this 1974 ad. I was born in 1973. The end of it, December 21st. I must have been, a few months old. I was probably watching this on the television set. That's not only bad reality, that's abuse. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's abusive. We are a crazy, out of control, demented species. And we're so lovely at the same time. Yeah, my Bologna has a first name. It's OSCAR. I spelled it wrong. My Bologna has a second name. It's Mayer. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a Y with Bologna. You can't do that. Well, yeah, someone says not too sure what he's doing with that stick and a string. He's fishing, motherfuckers. Catching tadpoles for the bologna sandwich. Yeah, bitch. I guess. Wow. All right. Now, those of you that do not know what Bologna or wieners are made out of, first of all, just take a whole pack. Go support Oscar Mayer, okay? Go take a whole entire 12 pack or whatever it is. I don't eat hot dogs. I have them. They're really delicious. But not regularly. No. We're all hypocrites. We can't. I live in a triangle in the middle of nowhere, completely off grid. There's nobody around me. I can scream. I can claw my own face off, which I almost did today. I almost went to the mirror and just did a quick incision and just peeled my fucking face off. I almost did that because I can't take this anymore. But I have done my part, man. I've done my part. I'm better than you. I live off grid. My carbon footprint is a very light touch. Very light. I walk around on pillows, and my life is perfect. Far better than yours. Damn you to hell. I eat well. Yes, I do eat animals, but I eat very little of them. I am present with every little thing when I do it. I'm so grateful. I'm better than you. I live a clean life. Very little waste. I use about maybe 1,000 gallons of water a year. I'm better than you. Passive solar, made my own home. I'm better than you. I judge you to hell. Can you imagine if I was like that? That's how we act. So before we get into Bologna, like what it's made out of and shit, we'll look a little bit into that. And then we'll get to the meat of the matter, which I'm not looking forward to. Yes, I am better than you. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, okay. But before we get into that, do me a favor. Yes, buy a 12-pack or whatever it is of hot dogs. Oscar Mayer, support them. And just choke. Kill yourself that way. Just take it down. Please take yourself out that way. Please just do that. Okay, breathe. I'm dying. And then you hot dog burp your way out of this world, out of this existence. You're welcome. I'm trying to help a brother and sister out. That's what I provide you with. Let's look into all of this. Baloney. It's not baloney. You're full of baloney. It's called Bologna. Bologna. I can't even spell it now, and I'm not even that kid with the little string. Fuck. I wouldn't have got the part. Maybe my parents, given that I was in Hollywood, maybe my parents did say, hey, you know, this kid's a little bit mute. This kid's a little bit spot. This kid's a little bit runt. But hey, let's get him. We're right in Hollywood. Let's go get this boy some jobs, because we need to make some money off of him. Maybe my parents did that. And I got there, and I just I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move. I was scared to death. I couldn't say a word. You got to be able to sit there, act like you're fishing on the dock of the bay with the hot dog, or excuse me, the Bologna. They probably brought me and I failed, and they probably abused me more because I couldn't give them what they wanted. Mm. So Bologna, that's not baloney. That's Bologna. Now, Bologna uses some of the least desirable scraps of meat. Yep. In typical American fashion, the cut of meat from which Bologna is derived has changed considerably from that of its Italian ancestor. While mortadella, I don't know what that is, typically uses meat from the back and cheek. Yeah, I said it. Back and cheek of the pig. Bologna's makeup consists of what's known as raw skeletal muscle. What'd you say? Raw skeletal muscle. What did you say? Raw skeletal muscle. Say it out. Raw skeletal muscle. And other raw meat byproducts like lips, assholes, tongues, ears, cartilage, genitalia, you name it. And also the heart, kidney, liver of the pig, the whole thing. Thank you. So good. And the entire country, the entire divided states of America, what was it, 1963? Whatever it was, 1965, when the Cold War was happening and all that, and the Beatlemania, we were singing this jingle, this filthy jingle. And you have the righteousness to go after people. All of this is in your consciousness. It's in mine. We're talking about it. We're in a world where we are discussing such things. And you know what gets me about this world that I dislike very, very much? Is that we will, we're all children. Can we please look at the truth of how we are all children? Please, we are all children. Picking your boogers and, and just losing your shit in public. Licking them, little kids, they show us the truth. We never grow out of that, ever, ever, ever. We just get on a suit, button it up, and conduct ourselves according to what we see to be appropriate. And then we act behind the scenes. And maybe, what am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? Huh? What am I doing right now? Is that masturbation? We masturbate behind the scenes with all of the evil that we do and we put out in the world. And we're going to get to that, and that's why I'm heated up about it. You want a cure for COVID-19? Do you want a cure? Are you afraid to die? We're all children, and have you ever looked at children? Look at them. They're insane. They're fucking insane, and that's the beauty of it too, because we are animals. That's one of the things we say that when somebody is doing something we don't like. You're acting like an animal. Hey, bitch, I am an animal. And I'm a natural animal. I'm not domesticated like you. I am not going for the domestication. I have extracted out that domestication. Your brainwash is no longer in service here. I am on my own, free, a wild beast. An animal. Don't you want to be an animal too? Yeah, raw skeletal muscle, people. Bologna. That's what it's all made of. And wieners too. Skeletal muscle is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. The muscular tissue that attaches directly to the skeleton of the pig or otherwise livestock. We're all livestock. You cannot deny that we are domesticated. We are afraid of our nature, our instincts, our natural way of being. We are afraid of our animalistic being. And we're taught to conduct ourselves according to what's proper. You can't say this, you can't say this, you can't look like this, you have to look like this, you have to get learned and go to college, and you have to go have a TED talk or some stupid fucking shit like that. And then everybody listens to you and they go, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Or they go, no, 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 no. These games, the human game. I'm not playing this game with you. I am not playing a game with you. I am working with you so that we can hopefully be wild, fucking beautiful beasts that have balance, appreciation, love. Yeah. This cut of meat is composed mainly of muscle fibers and connective tissues, and is a major component for many other highly processed meats like hot dogs and other pre-cooked sausages. That is the raw skeletal muscle. You are what you eat, right? But then they go on to say, hey, we don't want to know what's in there. We don't want to know what's in there. We want to blindly eat this raw skeletal muscle, and these lips, assholes, eyelids, noses, buttholes. We want to eat it all up. And we want to be able to just be like, I want to go play on recess. Speaking of recess, enough with the recess, all right? No reset button after this COVID-19. We've had too many reset buttons, and we're not learning for what? We're not learning. World War I, World War II, Auschwitz, slavery, poverty, famines. We don't learn from any of that. How do you think we came upon Disneyland? How did that come into being? It's called recess. We were playing and we had recess, and we've been on recess for too long. Time to get to work. Time to go to school. You don't need to go to the institutions. You don't need to go to college. Those of you who have been beaten to shit, you are better than me. You're better than all the rest of us out there who have been abused and who have been violated. Yes, be depressed. Be really depressed. But look at what you're in. You're in school. You're in lice. Lice? You can get that from school. Never got lice. You're in actual life. If you're in the inner city, or if you're poor, or if you're in some white, there you go, playing the game, white trash. Black trash. Human trash. Yes, human trash out there. If you have nothing and you have been beaten down, you are a step ahead. You are already in school. You can't pretend. Well, maybe you try to pretend that everything is la 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 la, and you just put yourself in all your stupid shit, unless you're just fucking retarded all the way and you just don't know how to do anything. But if you have any semblance of self-awareness, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to go be somebody. This life is gangster like that. It does not care about your feelings. Do the work here and now. You're already a step into actual work. Figuring all of this out for yourself and getting it out of your, well, can you get it out of your consciousness? I don't know if that's the way to put it. But yeah, COVID-19. Good. Will I die from COVID-19? That's possible. Am I afraid? No. Now, why did this all come to this? We're 40 minutes in. Why did it come to this? I came across an article. I was looking out into the world for some news. And I came across an article. Most of this shit, well, let's go over real quick before we get into most of this shit, right? All right, Google News. This is what you all entertain yourselves with, right? Why are you on social media? Why are you consuming the media? Huh? Why are you entertaining all of that? Why are you being entertained at all? Why is everybody out there going, well, I'm really happy to be able to entertain you from a podcast or from a show or whatever it is, because you need to be distracted so that we can get back to business as usual. No getting back to business as usual. It doesn't work. We ruin the world like that. Look where we are. The world is fine. The world itself, the world is fine. But we're not fine for very much longer, and it's fine. Let us go extinct. All right, Google News. All right, are you putting all of this into your consciousness? Why are you, if you are? Most of us are addicted to our phones and everything else. Trump. 2020 Democratic National Convention. Politics, are you all involved in that to the point where you're actually unable to do anything at all except take a side and go, God damn you to hell, you're wrong, and I'm right. Got nothing else to do with my consciousness in my life. I can't grow in myself at all, so I'm going to go out and join a group and go, damn you to hell. 4 men, 4 takeaways from the monster Senate intelligence. Portland police investigate, seek witnesses after possible explosive detonated downtown. See, there's a lot of politics. Whatever. It's just stupid news. That's my point. Well, I came across some serious news. And it's my baloney has a first name. No. Serious news. COVID-19. Okay? Where is it? COVID-19. Serious news. Real shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. In this day and age, NIH, no replicating virus in lungs of 87.5% of vaccinated monkeys after COVID exposure. Yeah, a moment of silence. What's the big deal? I'm no advocate, but you're going to sit there with your political teams and fight over the president's hair, and you're going to complain that your bucket list is gone. And you're not going to realize that that bologna sandwich or that fucking hot dog that you're eating is precious because it's food and we have it and we have water. What's the moment of silence all about? Monkeys. It shows a monkey in a cage. They're not hiding anything. The NIH is seeing promising results after testing a potential vaccine on monkeys. No replicating virus was found in the lungs of most of the monkeys. How? A few days after they received the vaccine. Picture of a beautiful animal encaged. And then you're gonna get upset that I'm making fun of how retarded human beings are? Bitch! Come after me. Do you see the madness of all of this? To be fully aware and awake and to be fully conscious in this world, in this human body, in this. Do you think that's easy? And to take full responsibility knowing that I am a hypocrite and that I am also that monkey in the cage, my family. So there is good news coming out of the National Institutes of Health, NIH, regarding an experimented COVID-19 vaccine. There's good news, people. You're fat. You're passive, aggressive, war-drunk, ape tapeworm motherfucking existences out there. Oh, great for you. You're going to continue with your meaningless little lives and continue to consume and consume and consume all of the bologna, all of the hot dogs, all of everything, the environments, to play recess in your stupid human game. Yeah, that's why I can only take so many sick servings at one sitting. It is not a privilege to be working with you right now. Somebody has to do it. That's the saying, right? Somebody has to do it. Why me? Why me? Why me, Lord? I don't deserve this. Why me, Lord? It's not fair. It's not fair. Why me? All of that. Why us? Stop separating. We all should be doing this work. At least be conscious of it. Be a conscious hypocrite. So, Moderna has been in headlines already for the large human trial of mRNA 1273 that got underway this week. The latest news comes from other primates, though, not humans. A vaccine study update published by NIH Tuesday details an experiment involving 3 groups of 8 monkeys. Each monkey received 2 injections 28 days apart. The injections were either 10 micrograms of the vaccine, 100 micrograms of the vaccine, or a placebo. Vaccinated monkeys produced neutralizing antibodies in the blood at levels well above those found in people who recovered from COVID-19. Investigators say. Then, 4 weeks after the second injection, all the monkeys were exposed to the corona via the virus, via both nose and lungs. Also read NIH to stop testing chimpanzees. Quote, they deserve special respect, end quote. We'll look into that. Continuing. I had taken this into my consciousness last night. I consumed this article. I didn't read it, but I saw that. I set it aside, and I had a feeling, I had an indication that I was going to speak to you about it. Perhaps that is why I woke up dejected, not wanting to continue. Because this is my family in the cage. How about we put your child in a cage? I've told you before, that is the way we should do it. You volunteer. And make it where it's, legislated? Make it to where legally you have to give up one of your children. If you have one child, give it up. So that we can experiment on ourselves. Instead of experimenting on another being without their consent, taking them away from their families, their natural habitat, as they are living a beautiful life, unlike us, if you want to call what we are doing living. Am I going to take the vaccine? No. If they force me, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take myself out, or I will have to weigh. What am I going to do? Is the work that I'm doing worth taking the vaccine? I've already taken pharmaceuticals for panic attacks, for depression, mainly panic attacks, and for my thyroid disorder. I have a Hashimoto's, an underactive thyroid. I got out of control because, it's very important to have your balanced endocrine system. So yes, I know all of the way what it is like to be a God-fucking hypocrite. And we are all fucking hypocrites. And anyone who wants to go after somebody else and talk shit and sit behind your desk or your computer and use your anger against yourself in the form of extending it to somebody else out there in the world. Hey, little bitches out there, you're insecure. Go cry in the corner, call me up and I'll help you out already. Don't pretend like you know everything, and don't pretend like you are immune. Are you privileged? No, none of us are privileged. We are human beings living in this hell. Oh, it's not a hell. Is it a hell? You said hell again. It's a hell? I am talking about the experimentation on monkeys. Oh, it's just a monkey. Well, take your child, that little fucking monkey, and put it in a cage so another creature can continue to eat buffalo wings and watch the game. So that creature can go play. Whee! I'm in a balloon ride. Whee! I'm going overseas to try a new entree. Wow! Give your child up for that. That's enough for that article. let's go to the next one. NIH to stop testing chimpanzees. Quote, they deserve special respect, end quote. I haven't read this yet. Why special respect? Do you know why? You probably beat me to the punch. I don't know. Why? Well, let's find out. This is Wednesday, June 26th, 2013. It's quite a while ago. How many animals since then have been destroyed for your little life? In all ways, how many animals have been destroyed for your little life? Your all important little life. At least be a self-aware hypocrite. Washington AP. It's official. The National Institutes of Health plans to end most. That stopped me in my tracks. Plans to end most use of chimpanzees in governmental medical research, saying humans' closest relatives, in quotes, deserve special respect. All right, so let me get this straight. Are you covering this with long? Are we following the same line here? They deserve special respect because they are our closest relatives? Do you see how narcissistic and sick we are? And we wonder, or perhaps you wonder, why we have made God out of our own image. Can you hear the lunacy? Can you see the lunacy of all of us? The NIH announced Wednesday that it will retire about 310 government-owned chimpanzees from research over the next few years and keep only 50 others essentially on retainer, available if needed for crucial medical studies that could be performed no other way. I'm blowing my head off. Now, if those of you cannot see the truth of what I can see, the lunacy of all this, the derangement of all of this, how depraved we are, how vicious we are, this is acceptable. This isn't getting full coverage. No one's talking about this. But you can spend your time on your computer and go, fuck you. You're canceled. You're canceled. I'm behind. Fuck you. You said that word. You're canceled. I have to deal with this. This is my vocation. I don't want to deal with this. But nobody's dealing with it. Obviously, there are people out there that are trying to stop this madness. There are human beings are beautiful. You know what? You know that. I'm trying to help in any way that I can to expose all of this hell so that hopefully we can, I don't know if I want to say extract it. Perhaps we can't abolish it. But we can grow out of this hellish cocoon, if that's what it is, why are we in this? Why is this happening? And wouldn't you want to demand, what is going on here? If you awoke into all of this, into an animal that is doing all of this, who is lost, confused, absolutely, wouldn't you want to go, what the fuck is going on here? Who's doing this? What's doing this? I want answers. But no, I can't wait until Disneyland opens back up, and I can't wait to try to have twins. I've always wanted a boy and girl, and perhaps I'll have twins, but one will be a boy and one will be a girl. And then my great husband will get his the white picket fence, the American dream, the American nightmare. The whole world wants it. You want this? You want all of this? Right now, you are in a cage. You are unable to bitch and moan and complain and be complacent and be comfortable. You can no longer be comfortable. I hope COVID-19 lasts all of the way. I hope it wipes us out to where we're going to have to fall anyway. I hope it really cuts us down so all of the animals they run out of the cages and out of the concentration camps and the experimentational horrors that they're in. And hope all of us are extremely uncomfortable. Hope you're not, and you can withdraw from your phones. Oh, again, are you okay? What's going on? What's going on? Are you okay? What's going on? Are you okay? Can I help? Can I help? It looks like you're gonna have a seizure. What's wrong? Should I call the doctor? I don't see that there's anything on your wrist that shows you have any type of serious illness. What's going on? You gonna be okay? I just can't take the pain. I can't. I'm having a panic attack. I'm dying. What's going on? What's going on? I forgot my phone at home. What? Yeah, I forgot my phone at home. I'm having withdrawals, man. Wow. We have too much. Recess is over, people. Okay. These amazing animals have taught us a great deal already, said NIH Director Dr. Francis Collins. He said the decision helps usher in quotes, a compassionate era, end quote. Damn it. If I had, I'm not kidding, I don't have a revolver anymore. I'm in a mood. If I had my revolver, I'm glad I got rid of it, I guess. If I had it, I would get it right now. I would play Russian roulette with you on this, and maybe I would not survive, and then you would have to just never see this, or maybe somebody who found my body would put this out there. I can't do that. I can't do that with my 9mm. But damn, I want to. The NIH's decision was long expected after the prestigious Institute of Medicine declared in 2011 that nearly all use of chimps for invasive medical research no longer can be justified. Much of the rest of the world already has ended such research with this species that is so like us. So since it is so like us, we finally have just gone, what are we doing? Oh, Jill. Oh, Blake. What? Why? We're opening up these monkeys and they're so much like us. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I just woke up out of this. That was crazy. That was crazy. What are we doing? We can't. Oh my gosh, there's so much like us. Oh dear. Oh dear, there's so much like us. Yeah, mommy, there's so much like us. Speaking of that, you know what? Take your own children. What does it say? Much of the rest of the world already has ended such research with this species that is so much like us. You're acting as if, humans, you're acting as if you can't use your own kind. There are what, close to 9 billion of us motherfuckers on the world now? That cut out. I'm sorry. Those of you listening, you're gonna have a little break. I hit the fucking button. That's still going on. There are like I don't know. There's like 9 billion of us. Don't you feel like we have enough people? Oh, but the worst thing that could ever happen is the loss of a human life. That is the worst sin imaginable. The funny thing about that is, the whole what goes up must come down thing. We're gonna land hard. Hey, doomsdayers out there and people who want some zombie apocalypse, and then it starts to come true, and you see how soft and a little bitch you are, and you can't handle that because all that was inside of your imaginative, nonsensical realms of being. Those of you out there, you want it to come down. It's coming down. It's coming down real soon. This may not be it, but do you think we can sustain this madhouse for much longer? Nope. Sorry. Not going to happen. 50 years, 100 years? Is that stretching it? We are going to, unlike the world has ever seen, hell on earth, actually, the human being falling from its perch, from its glorious civilization. Oh my God. All right, let's finish this and get out of here. All right. So again, crucial medical studies that could be performed no other way. Human beings, we have to use the monkeys and the rabbits and the cats and on and on and on, because there's no way else to do it. We can use ourselves. We can use ourselves. Do you know how many discarded children you know how many children each year we should discard? You can't say that. Fuck you. I'm a wild animal. I can say whatever I want. I'm a lovely wild animal. Do you know how many human beings that we should discard each year? Way more than to do all of these studies put together. Probably. We don't need to experiment on another life form. What kind of being does that? A violent monster being. That's what does that. That's us. That's what we're doing. And we are not running through the streets saying monkey lives matter. Monkeys' lives matter. Tree lives matter. The sky life matters. Water life matters. Life matters. We're not doing that. No, we are narcissistic and in a fucking insane asylum room, each and every one of us, in the hive mind, and we can't see shit There are thousands and billions of compounded eyes that make up the human nervous system, and we cannot get together and understand the whole picture together clearly and go and see, oh, unless you're like those people that go, wait a minute, yeah, we just realized that this isn't a good idea. They deserve special respect. They're a lot like us. They're our closest relatives. We are insane. Continuing, these amazing animals have taught us a great deal already. I already said that. Said NIH Director Dr. Francis Collins. He said the decision helps usher in a compassionate era. Really? I haven't seen it. It's still happening. We need to get a vaccine. We need to get it quick. We need to save the human species. We got to get COVID-19 vaccine right away. Do you know how many animals are suffering right now and going through hell for you to get your next ice cream cone, to get your next Wendy's meal or fast food, or to get your next fucking this cigarette? So you can relax and watch your fucking shows? Have you ever been uncomfortable? Have you ever been tortured by life? Life doesn't care about your feelings. Have you ever been tortured by life? And you wonder why all of this is eating you up alive, that you feel loneliness, you're alone, and you're isolated, and you feel all of the pains that we go through. They're for good reason. We are divided, not only from ourselves, and we are divided from life itself, from everything that lives. And we pretend that we are intelligent. We play our games. And we want more, and we want more, and we want more. And we want to be successful, and we want money. We want status and fame. Okay, the NIH's decision was long expected after the prestigious institute. Did I read that? Okay, yeah, I already read that. Any future biomedical research founded by the NIH with chimps, government-owned or not government-owned. What if a government, not our government, all right, aliens, I've had aliens, so-called, I don't know if they're aliens or not, but I've had experience with unknown entities, the spirit world, right? I'm a spirit. I've had encounters with these other entities. And they got gangster with me. What do I mean by that? They fucking pried me open. They said, hey, you want to see reality? Yes, I do. I'm asking for it. Give it to me. Here you go, bitch. This is what you look like. Oh, what? I had to take on the entire human being. Yes, the entire human being. That which I have inherited. These other unknown beings, not part of my species, at least as far as I can see. Well, what if they took you and had their way with you so they can sit back and on their recliners with their air conditioning and, just be ignorantly blissful while you're in a cage being experimented on? This is an historical moment and major turning point for the chimpanzees in laboratory, some who have been languishing in concrete housing for over 50 years, said Wayne Parcell, president and CEO of the Humane Society of the Divided States of America. It is crucial now to ensure that the release of hundreds of chimpanzees to sanctuary becomes a reality. What's unclear is exactly where the retiring chimps, you see the words we use? It is unclear exactly where the retiring chimps, which have spent their lives in research facilities around the country, now will spend their final years. Well, hell, Just put them into an old folks' home. Let them throw their shit at the old folks. Let the chimpanzees take care of the old folks. You discard them. Society discards us when we are no longer of use. Let them retire in the retirement villages, the old folks' homes. That's easy. Just do that. Aunt Betty gets a patty of shit on her face and suffocates from it. It's just the way it goes. Where are they going to retire? Their final years. NIH said they could eventually join more than 150 other chimps already in the National Sanctuary System operated by Chimp Haven in northern or northwest Louisiana. In that habitat, that chimp or the chimps can socialize at will, climb trees, and explore different play areas. Wow! The madness. The madness. Seriously. I'm in this human body. I'm a spirit. It's not about knowing I am a spirit. This body can barely contain my consciousness. I'm a wild motherfucker. I'm a wild spirit. And I'm having to be in this body right now and trying to speak to you. And I could have went the route where I get on the tie and I get all of the accolades and the awards and I get the proper paperwork in order to speak in such a way where you take me seriously. Well, and then speak like this. Well, if I speak like this and I have the right words and the right presentation and I don't say any bad words and I lay it all down for you rationally, well, hell. You will comprehend me, and not only will you comprehend me, you will give me awards. Money with your awards. Awards? Yeah. But no, I am just a simple, ignorant madman living in this madhouse with you. I'm not sharing this for likes or awards or prestige or any of that. What? This place has nothing to offer me here. I'm only doing this because I want to help. Can I help? It doesn't feel like anything that I will do will help at all. At all. I've had to free myself from a cage that humanity has raised me in. I am a wild fucking spirit. I had to free myself from that cage. And do not pretend that you are free. You are not. You are not. Are you afraid of COVID-19? Do you want a vaccine? Do you know how you got it? At least know how it came to be. Play areas. All right. But NIH officials said currently there's not enough space to handle all of the 310 destined for retirement. Hey, I got a good idea. Comes with a good pension plan, good retirement. Sit in a cubicle, do this, and this. Oh, you want to commit suicide? Sorry, you can't go out the window because we have nets out there. You can only pretend like you can look outside. But we need you to do this, and this, so other people in other parts of the world who have a lot of money could just prosper off of your slavery, essentially. So how about that? And we will have a nice place for you to retire with a good, well, maybe not a pension, but we will give you a nice habitat, and you can socialize at will, and you can climb trees and explore different play areas. How about that, Asian people? Isn't that what's happening with phones? No big deal. We're so spoiled. Am I talking shit? I am not talking shit. I am talking what this is what I am exposed to. And then I look out into the world and it's filled with entertainment. And it's filled with anger. I'm not angry, I'm passionate. I have freed myself from all of the binds that human beings are stuck in. I do love you. But, What are we going to do? I mean, if your child is raping a monkey, all right, you go outside and your child is playing in the backyard and suddenly you see your child, all right, maybe not raping a monkey, but you see your child who found a monkey in the woods behind your home and put it in a cage and then started to fuck with it. Well, that child would be what? Destined to be a monster, right? Isn't that what our serial killers do? Here are the signs. ... Well, that's all of us. All of us are serial killers. We're all participating in this machinery of madness, in this mutilation of spirit. We're all doing that. There's not one that's innocent. All of us are participating in all of this. And it has to be exposed, looked into, shared, because it's happening to us. You are that creature in the cage, but you can't see that. But one day you will, maybe you'll be dying. You go, oh, I get it. Oh, man. All right. Let's see if we can finish this. I don't know if I can. 121. All right. But NIH officials said currently there's not enough space to handle all of the threat. We already read that. The other hurdle is money. Money. Not going to read that. Everybody should understand that this is not something that is going to happen quickly. You hear that, enslaved people of the world? Sorry, we know you are being tortured to death. We know you are being experimented on for our gain. Hey, impoverished people of the world out there, we can only relate to this in human-to-human understanding. Sorry, it's stupid because we're stupid like that. We're retarded like that. Sorry, your slavery is not going to end soon because, money and negotiations and agencies and facilities and, all of that. And, it's a lot of hurdles. So just stick in there with your life, will you, while we get what we need from you? Just continue to make our phones and all of that. Whoever's impoverished and enslaved out there, just pick the oranges, just process the sugar cane. We'll get to it. It's no big deal. You don't really matter that much. You're a monkey, you see. You're in a cage. You're enslaved. You're being experimented on and exploited for our benefit. Get the vaccine. I gotta live. Grandma and mama has to live. My baby has to live. I'm just gonna have... I know people having babies all the time. I don't even think about what's going on. Oh, but they gotta live so they can have an ice cream cone and watch Disney. One chimp center, the Texas Biochemical Research Institute, said keeping just 50 of the animals for ongoing research isn't enough and could hamper efforts to fight not just human illnesses, but diseases that kill apes too. Oh, you're going to throw that in there like they need help? Just leave them into their natural environment and they will be okay. At least it won't be some play area that you're going to designate for them when they retire. Moreover, moving retired chimpanzees to the federal sanctuary would take them away from their caregivers, many of whom they have known all of their lives. Hey, I will tell you this. If my caregiver, let's say I was an old human cadaverous being in a retirement home, better yet, if my caregiver, who was my babysitter when I was a little baby, and that babysitter was fucking with me, having sex with me, and sticking needles in me and giving me diseases to see how I would react so that babysitter's family can live from my... I would say, get me away from this crazy bitch or bitches or male or female. I don't care what the fuck it is. Get me away from that. I don't care. Kill me. Kill me. Oh, take them away from their caregivers, many of whom they have known all of their lives, being tortured by their caregivers. Oh, let me hold you, sweet boy. Oh, let me hold you, sweet girl. Mommy will always love you. Oh, let me put you back into your cage and let me lay you down and strap you in on the table so that I can knock you out and work on you and make sure that the humans get no diseases. Until now, there was a split listing that labeled wild chimps as endangered, but those in captivity as threatened. What? That labeled wild chimps as endangered, but those in captivity as threatened. A status that offers less protection. What the fuck are we doing? Do you see? Do I want to continue? Fuck, I don't want to be doing this long. I'm in pain. Being conscious is an illness. It's no wonder any of us, we don't want to wake up. To really take all of this in and actually be unable to be divided or separated from all of this, that's torture. And to know that you are participating in it. No, I don't want to read any more of that. People are sitting on their thumb up their asshole and watching their shows. And you are afraid. You should be. You're having to wake up to all of this. You've had it good. You have been completely comfortable. Americans and Americans who are in other countries, meaning they want to adopt the American lifestyle or wherever all that came from. You want it all. Spoiled little children. Too comfortable. Out of control. Enough is enough. I'm sorry, yes, it is very difficult to be going through the unknown. You're uncertain. This life does not ever in any way, shape, or form provide certainty. There's nothing that's certain about living in this life, and that is the beauty of it. It's scary. It will drive you to self-murder, perhaps. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your home. You're going to lose your way of life. Good. This is your opportunity to awaken. It's very clear that we are not grateful. How do you deal with a gluttonous being that is violently flailing its limbs throughout the world, destroying all that it touches? How do you try and have a relationship with that being? And you are that being. So you find yourself in this monstrous human being. And it breaks you down because it's incomprehensible what you wake up into. All of this, not just through reading safely from a book or studying in a classroom. I'm talking about participating in the true lessons of life. Are there any lessons at all? What are they? Well, we are going to have to lose absolutely everything, aren't we? Our lives, our little lives. But no, we are too afraid to lose our little lives, and we want the vaccine. Meanwhile, ourselves in other forms are being tortured and discarded. It's madness. It's madness.